Hey guys, what's happening? This is David, and I wanted to do another update video for you guys. And today's actually not going to be so much about me because I wanted to share with you guys what have members that are currently using the different funnel systems, and especially the one that you see just below the video here, and some of the results that they reported. I actually wanted to share some of this stuff with you just so you can see that it's not just me getting results. I mean, it's one thing if it works for one guy, but it's, to me, it shows like I have more and more confidence that anybody can really achieve anything that they want with the system, especially since people are reporting all the time that they're getting activity in their business, and basically after a while of not getting any results with everything else that they've tried online, finally they're starting to see results and stuff. So let's get this thing started. So here's somebody called CJ, and CJ says, "Hey everyone, my name is CJ Carl. I just joined FunnelX 2 days ago, and with my sponsor's help, David Deacle, I've managed to get 3 signups today alone." So that's kind of cool, right? Like, I mean, just to get started, and within a short period of time already be able to start seeing some results. And here's some members congratulating him and stuff like that. Let me show you another one. Here's one from Clint Humphreys, and he says, if you want to know if the system converts, just take a look at the leaderboards. This is just one of the leaderboards for one of the many income streams that are available in Funnel X ROI. And then he says, let's fill up all 15 spots with a leaderboard from people from this group. And as you can see here, here's number 1 currently is a member called Ontario Hawkins. There's me right there, David Deacle. So this just to show you that people who are using the system actually surpassed even my results, which to me just shows that, look, if you take this thing seriously, you can totally outperform anybody. It doesn't matter if it's me or somebody else or whoever. So as you can see, number 1, number 3, number 7, number 10, and number 15, those are all users of the Funnel X system that are currently getting results with it, and they're on the leaderboard. I mean, what better evidence than to get on a leaderboard? It's one thing to say, oh, I'm getting success, but when you see your name on a leaderboard, that's like a different story altogether. Let's check out another one. Here's one from Ontario Hawkins. This is the person that you saw on the leaderboard as the number 1 person. He even surpassed basically my results, and he's on the leaderboard as the number 1 person. He's outperforming even what I'm getting with the system. And he's saying, look, I'm truly amazed at this high converting system. This is day 12 only, and I've been able to add an extra $8,000 on the front end, along with some nice residual on the back end. So just on the front end commissions that are paid directly to you, 100% commissions, you don't need to wait. You don't need to have a 3-month period between the time you generate the commission and the time you actually get it. It's paid directly to you. It's available for you to withdraw immediately as soon as the person signs up with you and basically gets you a payment. And he basically added $8,000. He was able to do $8,000 plus in the first 12 days of using the system. And on top of that, this is not the only income that he generated. He also got some residual income, like monthly commissions that are coming in on autopilot as a result of him using the system. Remember that the system that I use, it has multiple income streams built into it. If you don't know about it, check out the link that's just below this video. It's going to take you to the next page where I'll meet you with another video to show you exactly how this is done. It's not complicated, but I made another video for you just to show you exactly how this works, because I'm sure, as an intelligent person, you'd want to know how the system works and what is it that I'm actually using to generate these kinds of results. And a little bit about what what the mechanics are, so to speak. It's not complicated. It does 99% of the stuff on your behalf. It sends out the emails on your behalf. It does all of that stuff. So there you go, 8,012 days. Here's another one. This is a screenshot that I believe, I don't remember who this is from, but another member basically that submitted that said, hey, here's, actually this is from Ontarian as well. So he's basically showing, he made $100 payment, got $100 payment here, $250 payment here, $500 payment here. And this looks like, as you can see today, $250 and $500 in the same day. Same day. Pretty cool, right? I mean, how much better can it get than a $750 day? In my days of working a regular job, this to me seemed completely impossible. But it's very possible when you have access to a system that can help you generate these types of results without you having to be on the phone all day and go to hotel meetings and stuff like that. In fact, you don't even need to know anybody to do this. You don't need to bother anyone. You don't need to talk to anyone. You could do this completely incognito. This is income from complete strangers, essentially. So now let me show you my results just for the last 24 hours or so. It's been absolutely explosive, like in the past little while. And it's just been growing and growing and growing. I think the last email I sent you was over $2,000. It was like $2,300 or $2,400. I don't remember exactly, but it was quite a bit. It was enough that I basically, if I compare that to what I used to make in my regular job, it would have taken me about 3 weeks to generate that. 3 weeks, imagine 3 weeks versus 24 hours. 3 weeks versus 24 hours. In 3 weeks, we're talking about me getting up in the morning, going to work, coming back, spending 8, 9, 10 hours there, and do that for 3 full weeks to generate the same amount that now I generate in 1 day. Think about that for a second. Wherever you are right now, think, what if this was even possible? To me, I didn't think it was possible, but now I'm getting, that I'm getting the results. I see why it's possible. It's because of the system. It's nothing to do with me. It's the system that helps generate this. Now, you do have to put a few things in motion. You do have to configure it. You do have to basically follow the instructions and do everything like that. But if you do that, you're going to start seeing some changes with how things have been going for you. And things are, as you build momentum, things are going to start going in the right direction for you, hopefully, if you follow the instructions. And then, who knows, maybe in a few weeks or a few months or a few whatever, you'll get to a point where you're like, wow, this is, I'm potentially doing more now that with my side online business than I am with whatever it is that you normally do. So let's log into PayPal. Let me show you guys some stuff, what's been happening just in the last kind of 24 hours. So here we are. We'll just give it a second to kind of load. And there we go. So here's the last email that I sent you. I believe the last payment there was something around $25. I think that was the last payment there. So since then, since the last email, the last update email that I sent you, let's count. All right, let's do it together. I want to do it live in front of your face so you don't think that this is some kind of a show or anything like that. As you can see, I'm logging in live. I'm not just telling you, oh, I made this much and that much. Whatever I make, to me, the goal was always just to pass the $100 per day, because that would have been enough for me. I mean, I don't live like a lavish lifestyle with Ferraris and stuff. Yeah, I have a convertible car, but whatever. I'm not. You don't see me showcasing that in the videos, because to me, it's all about having the freedom and the time freedom and the location freedom and the freedom to basically have no schedule whatsoever. So I don't have to be anywhere at any specific period for any time. I can just do things, And the second thing is to not have to worry about price tags. That's what it is for me. I'm not aiming to have a Lamborghini parked in the garage or anything. I mean, if it comes to that, that's nice, but that's not my aim. My aim is to wake up when I'm finished sleeping. I don't want to wake up to an alarm clock. I did that for a long time, and it's much nicer when you just wake up naturally when you're done sleeping. That's my thing, all right? And the second thing is to have a runway, so to speak. And what's a runway? I mean, I don't think I've ever explained that on a video, but if you think of an airplane, right? An airplane needs a certain runway for it to take off, whatever that is. I'm not an aviation expert or anything, but whatever it is, 2 miles, 3 miles, 10 miles, whatever it is, probably around 2-3 miles, I would say. Now, imagine if you have a runway also with your finances. So as an example, if the only money you have in the bank right now is $100, all right, that's the only money you have in the bank right now, and you deposit your paycheck or whatever, money, wherever, however you're generating money, and you pay the bills, and you still have around $100. Well, guess what? You're literally $100 away from like living under a bridge somewhere, like from a complete financial disaster, basically. Now imagine if that $100 became $5,000. All of a sudden, if an emergency happens, car breaks down, something going on, whatever, then you have a little bit of a cushion. You know what I mean? Like you have $5,000 in the bank. That's nice, right? Then you've got, imagine if that runway was 20,000. All of a sudden you're sleeping better at night, believe it or not, because now you know that, look, whatever happens, I'm good for the next 6 months, or whatever, the next 3 months, however high your living expenses are. My runway is into the multiple years at this point. What I mean by that is, if something happens right now, as an example with my business, and let's say everything disappears, I don't know, there's no more internet, as an example, I have enough of a runway right now to last me several years. So that means I could literally not work, not go out of the house, not generate any income whatsoever, and I'm still okay to cover all of my living expenses and still live a decent lifestyle for multiple years. Now imagine how would you sleep at night if you knew that you have enough money in the bank that you don't have to get up in the morning to do anything you don't want to do, and you can be a free agent, so to speak, to do whatever you want every day, to generate income in any way you find it works for you, from whatever hobby or business or whatever is it that you want to do. What I love to do is I love the online business, because to me it represents complete freedom. That's what it is. I love the fact that I could not be in front of the computer and the system is doing things on my behalf. It's talking to people, it's signing people up, it's helping people, it's doing all that kind of stuff. So whatever is it for you. Now your passion might not be, the internet. You might be doing this just because you want to generate some extra for yourself to kind of elevate and build your runway, so to speak. But start thinking about what systems are you connected to, what tools do you currently have to build that runway, because really that's the number one thing, in my opinion. That's the number one goal, because otherwise, I remember the days that I was not only at zero, but I was 40,000 negative. Do you think you'd sleep good at night when you're $40,000 in debt? I was a wreck. It was terrible. And as I started getting involved with the online business, I started figuring things out and started generating some revenue for myself, things started to change. I started making money, and now I have a runway that can last me for several years, so to speak. So that's the second thing, the runway. And the third thing is really not to worry about price tags. Like I could literally walk into any restaurant I want. I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm saying this because to me, it's a lifestyle. It's a thing that like I could literally walk into anywhere, sit down, order whatever I want without having to take a look at the price tag, and just put my card on the table, pay for it, leave, and not worry about it. Because whatever it was, it doesn't matter. For me, me and my daughter, we went to a trip in LA not too long ago, and we literally, the whole week we had a convertible Corvette rented Awesome car, by the way. My next car is going to totally be an American car, but probably not a sports car. It's probably going to be like a nice big SUV or something. And we spent the whole week just restaurants and amusement parks and Disneyland and Universal Studios and this and that and everything, all that stuff. And it didn't matter because by the time I was back, all of that was already paid. The business generated enough to cover for all of that, as far as revenue. So if that's your aim, if that's what you're trying to get to, you should totally check out what's below this video, because as you've seen in the pictures that I showed you from testimonials from people who are currently using the system, that's what's been happening for them. Now, has it been happening for every member? No, but not every member is following the same instructions, and not every member is doing the same thing to kind of move their business forward. Like, different people get different results. But if you take this seriously, and if you're treating this like a business, and you're not scared to build your business and go all in and immerse yourself and truly just go for it, like actually just go for it and build your business. You're building your business here, not anybody else's. All right. I show you how to build your business, your residual income streams, your 100% commissions, your direct payments, all of that stuff. All right. All of that stuff. So let's go ahead and count right now what's been happening since yesterday, and let's see. I mean, if these are the kind of, if this inspires you, hopefully it does, and maybe it will move you forward to take the next step and the next step and the next step after that. So let's take a look. So this was the last payment from the last video I sent you. So let's see, we've got 200. Then I bought something for 99.19 cents. We're not going to count that. Then we've got 100. Then we've got 9.97. Then we've got bought something else for 16 bucks. That's cool. All right. Then we got 100. Then we've got 63 and 35 cents. Then we've got 100. Then we've got another 100. Then we've got 200. Then we've got another 100. And then we've got 23.35 Canadian, which is really $20 US. In total, just in the last 24 hours, this is what my business generated without me necessarily being in front of the computer. So that's $1,980.35. Process that for a second. Let me repeat that. $1,980.35. So if you're interested to know how I'm doing this step by step, for me to not only show you but actually give you the exact system that I'm using, hit the button that's just below this video, and on the next page make sure to follow the instructions. Use a desktop computer, don't use a laptop computer. That's very important. And don't do this from use a desktop or laptop. Don't use a mobile or tablet, and follow the instructions. Spend about 15-20 minutes configuring everything, and that's basically it. All right, I think we're done here, done for this video. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. I hope I'm inspiring you and helping motivate you so you can take things to the next level with your business. All right, we'll talk soon. Bye for now.